I don't know, not family, but
How about people said they want to ask you questions.
you could ask questions. You want to open it up and do like a Los, ask Los, or you're not allowed to do that?
Yeah, I could do that. I could bring people up.
And then, you can, and then if I don't like it, we can dump them.
Yeah. Chat, nothing political.
I'm not answering stupid questions either.
No dumb questions.
No, I mean, like, you got a
political.
little situation, whatever you want to discuss, whatever. Ask some questions.
Everyone hop in the Discord. We're gonna do that.
We can do like I could ask questions like maybe you want to know about the comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys? Did they go to the site? Did they go to my website?
Yeah.
And not website. To
You
YouTube.
got you got 1,000 subs.
Did they do more? I already had 1,000. I already had more than that.
Well, yeah, but they
Did you guys go ahead and subscribe. Once we get done with all this shit, I'm gonna go back to doing some shows. I'm gonna put up some new stuff. So just subscribe now.
There it is.
So yeah, subscribe now. Everybody just subscribe and watch the videos. And it's kind of funny, like from like when I started, like I really started in 13, and then 14 I started videoing it, and then the stuff right up until like up until 2018, which is pretty longer sets and different things I'm trying out and stuff like that. But once we get back to normal, I'm gonna go back to doing some stuff again, and I'm gonna post some new stuff so we can have some fun with that. Thank you for that, though. Thanks for going to the channel. I appreciate that, man. So what are we gonna do here?
I'm just gonna pull some people up, and then they're gonna ask you questions, and you can choose to answer it. Help me with life advice. Yo,
Somebody wants help with life advice?
yo, you there?
No?
You there, buddy?
Is it too low? Hold on, just bear with us for a second. We're trying to get
Oh wait, hold on.
we're trying to get the technical shit together. So just
Wait.
hold on. Bear with us for just a second. Hold on. We're trying to
Yo,
get
you there?
Oh, that's too loud. That's too loud.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Who is that?
You
Hold on.
there?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Let me make sure I can hear. Hold on. You got this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, we can.
You there, buddy?
Can you hear?
I have a quick question.
Who's this?
This is
Oh, you don't want, like, you guys don't want to give your real name?
Yeah, it's alright.
No, you can make a fake name, or you could just, whatever. That's cool.
alright, so I'm in school, right? And
Are you're in
I'm
high
going
school
through
or
school.
college?
I'm a junior, and I was wondering,
You're in college.
like-
You're a junior.
huh?
He's in high school.
All right. Let me. I gotta get the whole story. You're a junior in high school.
College.
Oh yeah, you're college because you sound like you're 35.
Yeah, I'm in college.
No,
and,
I got you yelling shit in my
Alright,
ear.
you got it, bro.
You're
I'm
yelling.
stupid.
You're yelling.
I'm dumb.
No.
I'm
You're
dumb.
yelling. No, junior in high school. I'm saying my man is an adult. I could hear it in his voice. He sounds like he's got an ex-wife and 4 kids. and I'm trying to. And you're over here screaming shit
Okay,
at me.
alright.
You're screaming about
Okay,
mods
okay,
and subs. And I don't know what the fuck else.
Okay.
Or plebes, or I don't even know what the words you're using.
Plebeians?
Whatever. And he's trying to ask me something.
Okay.
And you're jumping in.
Okay, alright.
So let's go.
Am I done getting bitched?
No, that's not getting bitched. What's a plebe? What is that?
A pleb.
What's a pleb?
It's someone who's not a subscriber of the channel. We still respect them over here. Your view is respected.
I'm not a subscriber to the channel.
Yeah, you're a pleb.
I am. All right. So you don't. If you're not comfortable giving me your name, it's okay. So
yeah, that's fine.
So let's go. So you got what do you want to? Can you tell me what state you're from, or you don't want to do that?
Massachusetts.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Good. Go ahead. So what do you got going on, bro?
I was in college and I'm going through it, but like I don't really know what I want to do, and I'm still going through it. Like, do you have any advice for like?
Yeah. So what I would do is this. Here's what I would do.
Life?
I would finish college, and if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know what major, just major in business, because business.
I'm in accounting.
Listen, bro, you're an accountant. You're in accounting.
I like it, but I'm just trying to figure out if I like really like it.
So if you like numbers and you like accounting, that's a great way to make a living, man. And I'll tell you why. I know lots of guys that are accountants, and they don't work for anybody but themselves. They set up their own practice. They work from their house. They're accountants. They set their own hours. They don't have a boss, and they really, really like what they do. I was really bad with numbers. Like I'm not good with numbers at all. Like I wasn't good at math, like and stuff like that. That wasn't my thing. If you're a numbers guy and you like accounting, that's a great way to make a living. And you don't really, maybe in the beginning you could maybe go and work for someone, but after you establish yourself, you can go ahead out onto your own and set up your own practice. And if you like accounting, and if that's something you'd like to do, I would say stick with it, because that's a great way to make a living, man. It really is. We always need accountants, and there's different types of accountants, right? There's corporate accounting, there's individual accounting, there's lots of different things that you can do with that. But what I would tell you is,
cool.
if you like this, if you like accounting, it's not a bad way to make a living, and you can go out on your own and have your own business.
All right, cool. I just want to say one more thing. I appreciate you guys streaming.
Thank you.
It's pretty.
Good, man.
Los and Jake, you guys are like awesome.
Thanks, man. I'm glad
Thank you,
you enjoyed. We're all doing this to like you know, and I'm not only talking to you from Massachusetts, but I'm just telling everybody. So we're in a weird time right now where everyone's home, right? And so Los decided to, and Jake together decided to do this thing, setting this record or whatever they're trying to do here with this record. So we're all trying to pull together and help out. That's why I'm coming on and trying to take a little pressure off them. So we're gonna keep doing it, and we're all trying to pull for him to get him in the record books, and we'll all be part of that, and that'll be pretty cool if we can do that for him. So that's why we're all pulling together and we're also trying to have a lot of fun. So. But, thanks, man. Thanks for the call.
I appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
Good luck to you, bro. Good luck to you.
All right, let's see. Which one do you want? Look.
Where are they?
You got parents divorced. I don't know what to do. I got rejected. High school questions. Help me out.
Well, I'm curious. Go to a high school question. I'm just kind of curious what you mean by a high school question.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey,
what's up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good, man.
So I'm a sophomore in high school.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna turn his volume up a little bit. Turn the volume up. I can't hear him. Turn it up a little bit.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hey, listen. So you're all right, man. So you're in high school. Can you tell me what state you're in, or you don't want to tell?
Yeah, I live in Chicago.
Nice. How's the weather out there?
It's all right. I mean, I've just been inside pretty much.
Yeah, I know. I hear you, man. We're gonna be okay though. We're gonna be okay. So you're a sophomore, huh?
Yeah. So I'm a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
And I play basketball. So I was on varsity this year for basketball.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Now, did you start the year off in varsity, or were you in JV? They moved you up. Like, what happened?
No, I started the year off.
Nice.
Did you get playing time? Did you get playing time?
Yeah, I played.
Okay.
I started.
Really? So, and what'd you do last year as a freshman? Where'd you play freshman year?
Last year, started JV and just dressed varsity, but I didn't play.
Oh, so you're good.
Nice.
Good.
And now, are you like when you say Chicago, are you inner city, or are you like in a suburb? Like, where do you play?
It's not inner city, but like I'm really close to city.
Yeah. Now, are you you more of a guard, a big man? What are you?
Well, I'm a guard. I'm 6'2", so I'm a guard.
Nice. Okay.
So basically, we had coaching problems, and our coach just got fired. And then there's this other school I'm thinking about transferring. So I'm sort of like confused on whether I should transfer and leave all my friends, even though it could be a better spot for me basketball-wise, or stay with my friends, like. To keep playing.
So I had a couple of I had a couple of buddies that were in the exact same spot. Exact same spot. I mean, so in my high school we went through a couple of years where we had some coaching changes, and then I had some buddies of mine that played at other schools where they went through some of the same stuff. So all right. So here's what I'm gonna say. When it comes to making that decision, that's a big that's a big decision. Now, when you talk about transferring, and so next year that'll be a big year for you. That'll be that would be your junior year. Now they're gonna make you sit out for a month though, right? When you transfer.
Yeah. So That's something like that.
That's
It's a
immaterial.
month, but there's a way like you can get around
Yeah,
it.
that's immaterial. I'm just curious because I know different. I know in Jersey when you transfer, I think you have to sit out for a month, but that's immaterial. You're gonna
Yeah.
still be able to play. So there's a couple things you have to think about.
Mhm.
If you and I don't know anything about you, right, except what you're telling me.
Yeah.
If you really are thinking about, and if you have the ability to play at the next level, right,
Mhm.
and if you think going to this other school is going to help you get to the next level, and that's something
Yeah.
you seriously want to do, then that's something you have to really consider. If you're a good player and you like the school, you like being with your buddies, and you don't really know if that's, if you're going to play at the next level, if that's what you want to do, you
I
just
mean, schools are looking at me. Like I haven't gotten an offer, but I've
okay.
gotten interest.
So what I'm telling you then is if you're really if you think from the standpoint of helping it get you to the next level, if
Mhm.
transferring to this school is going to do that for you, that's something you have to really consider.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know what your situation is. You got to, at home, mom and dad, or whatever the case may be, but you have to, you have to look at this thing and you have to really think about it because, listen, there's two different ways you go. Like if it's just like, hey man, I'm a good player, I'm having fun, I want to be with my boys.
Like I'm trying to get to the next level.
If
But
you're trying to get to the next level, and it sounds like, if you're starting varsity, as a sophomore, and you got good height for a guard, and you have some already as a sophomore, excuse me, you have people that are interested in you, and
yeah.
going to this other school is going to help you move to the next level. That's something you really seriously may want to consider. And it's not, and you're not letting anybody down. You're not turning your back on your friends or anything like that. You have to do what's right for you. And again, I don't know you, I don't know your situation, but if you're telling me
Yeah.
that you're getting looks from these schools, you may want to seriously think about, if the situation you're in right now is not going to be the best situation for you, and going somewhere else is going to help you achieve that, then you may want to, you're going to talk to obviously you're going to talk to your folks or whoever it is that that you trust. But
Yeah.
this is
Sure.
something you may want to, seriously think about.
All right.
That's kind of my take on it. I have a
Yeah.
feeling though. Did you kind of know that was pretty much the
Yeah.
answer I was going to
Pretty
give you, right?
much. Yeah.
You know what's
I like played with some of the kids like my whole.
Do you play AAU?
Yeah, I play.
Yeah,
But I don't play you with any of them.
no,
But
no, 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 no. I know that, but I get it. But what I'm saying is, it's funny how things are so different now. Where where these AAU these AAU leagues.
Except AAU canceled
Yeah,
this year.
everything's canceled.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm just saying that how it's so important how much exposure and how important this AAU is. You know what I mean? That's so key to this whole thing. So, what I would tell you, is, you pretty much know, even before you asked me. I think you had a good sense of what the answer was, and so you go ahead and just make sure of one thing, because you don't want to go from from the frying pan into the fire. You better make sure 100% that this school you're transferring to, you better make sure you sit down, you have a conversation with the coach, you make sure you know what you're getting into, and you have a heart to heart with this guy, and you'll find out if he's a good dude or not, and if he's going to help. And then from there, if that's the move you want to make. But it sounds like if you're looking to go to the next level and there's a better opportunity, that might be the way you want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
One of my friends did that in high school. He went to North Carolina to play high school basketball because he got
See?
yeah. Because the coach, remember the high school basketball coach got fired.
Yeah.
And he went to a different school.
Yeah.
And he actually did very good.
Yeah. So I think what when stuff like this, you have to kind of look at the big picture, and there are different. I mean, it was funny, guys. A couple days ago when I was on with Los, and we were talking about lots of different things, and I said something, and Lewis is like, you got to be careful because it could come across the wrong way. And what I was saying was, understand your limitations, and understand who you are. Like have realistic expectations. Like for example, hey, I'm a good player, I enjoy it, and I want to have fun. That's cool. But then
You think you could be?
if you have that ability and you know you can play at the next level, then you're going to be approaching it a little bit differently. So everyone is in a very different situation. But like I said, I think making a move to another school, that's going to help you. I'm going to give you another example. So we have real good family friends, and I don't know if like Lewis has talked about this. I think he has. So his real good friend Brendan, whose dad is down there, in Montverde, down there in Florida. You know what I mean? Now, you got guys that they've played 3 years at another high school and they transfer just for the senior year to play at Montverde. That's an example. I mean, that's an extreme example. I mean, these guys got. I mean, these are D1 players. You got guys that are going to the NBA, the whole bit. I'm saying just in general though, that I think you just approach it. Make sure you know what you're getting into. If you are going to transfer, just make sure you know what you're doing. You've talked to these people, you're comfortable, and then I think making that move, you're going to be okay. So I'm sorry that it sucks that your season had to end like this, and you guys it just really does suck, and you lose. You lost that pretty much the whole end of that season there, and who knows what'll happen. But like I said, the good news is you still got 2 years left, so you got a lot of time for these schools to look at you and for you to work on your game and you improve. And so the good news is you still have 2 years left.
Did you say your name?
No, he didn't say his name. No. So listen, bro. Good luck to you, and like I said, send when down the road, if things work out for you, just send Los a tweet and let him know like, hey, I talked to your dad like a couple years ago, and like now I'm playing here. I'd love to know what was going on. So definitely reach back out to him and let us know, and listen to the stream and all that good stuff. Watch us, and and just let us know what happens down the road, man.
All right, thanks. Yo, just want to say one more thing.
Yeah,
you
man.
guys are awesome. Yo, thanks. Tell Los what's up and stuff like that.
Yo, you'll see him soon, man. He's just taking he's taking a bubble bath right now. So when he gets done when he gets done with the bubble bath, he's gonna take a nap and then he'll be back. We're gonna get him back in here soon.
All right, thank you guys. See you.
All right, brother. Be well.
Right, peace, bro. Love you. Okay.
Hold on. Let me see. What is it? What is that? I need what is it? What does it need? I need motivation. What is that? I'm curious. What does that guy need?
This?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see what this guy wants.
Yo. Oh, and he leaves.
All right. Well, we made him wait too long. Let me.
Chad, if you're in the Discord, take off deafening and muted because.
No, I don't want the guy.
I don't want to pull you. I'm not gonna pull you up if you're not talking or you're deafened.
All right, hold on. Let's just see. You're going too fast here. Can I read these? That guy's not gonna. We're not letting somebody freestyle. You can forget that. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Mafia movie TV show question.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun. Let's do something fun.
Yo, you there?
Hello?
What's up?
You know how to work.
All right, let me make sure real fast. Oh, yeah, what's up?
What's up, man?
Wait, hold on. Wait. He's very loud. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hey man, how you doing?
Actually, I could just.
Hey, how's it going?
Good,
Am I loud?
What's going? No, you're good, man. Where you calling from?
All right. I'm from Houston, Texas.
You're from Houston? Or Easton, Texas?
Houston.
Oh, nice. All right, good. How you doing out there, man? How you guys doing out there? All right? Wait, Jake's fucking around with the thing. I'm sorry. The whole. Wait, just stay with me.
Okay, there you go.
No, Jake's fucking around with the mechanism and the technical.
You're from H-Town?
No. He said he's from.
Easton?
No.
Houston.
Yeah.
Like where the Rockets play.
Oh, okay, he cut out.
You cut out.
All right, it sounded like you were saying Easton, but you're saying Houston.
Jake didn't know where Alston was. So you're from. How you guys doing out there? Are they like? Is everything as shut down as the East Coast? Are you guys still able to like move around and like go out and stuff, or what's the story out there?
All right, so like our restaurants and stuff are like takeout only.
Yeah.
Like but grocery stores and all that are open.
Yeah, they're doing it. I guess they're doing the same. Yeah, we're doing the same. A buddy of mine, listen to this, man. Before you get to your question, a buddy of mine almost got into a fist fight in a shop right today. So he goes in, and now his son. This is his son. My buddy's son is sick. He's got some health issues. So he went out to get some stuff, and he wore a mask. So he goes into this shop, right? Like I guess it's, I don't know what the name of the supermarket was, but he goes into something. He goes into a supermarket, right? And he's getting stuff, and everyone, and you know how it is, same thing with you out there. Everyone is very, like, with the space. Everyone's, like, spacing, like, you know, you're just being careful. So he's getting a few things, and he's getting ready to check out, and he looks over, and there's a dude in the bread aisle just picking up loaves of bread, reading the ingredients, and putting them back down again. Dude. So my buddy is like, hey, the fuck's wrong with you? What are you, nuts? Do you know what's going on? And the guy looks at him and goes, oh, I'm not sick. How do you know you're not sick? He goes, you can't be touching shit and putting it back again. What are you, stupid? And the guy started arguing with him. Then like somebody from the supermarket came over and threw the guy out. But dude, I mean, think about the environment right now. That all of a sudden you're one of these morons with this gluten bullshit, and you're walking over going, is this gluten? I got the, you know, you're looking at gluten allergies and everything else. Like, walk in, get your shit, and go home. And this moron is actually reading ingredients to bread. It's bread.
No, dude.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I just got that just fucking annoyed the shit out of me. Okay, man. What do you got going on from Houston, Texas? What's happening?
Well, you want my question about Mafia?
You can say whatever you want. What do you want to do?
All right.
Sure.
Oh, all right. Before I get my question,
yeah.
The parks near my house, they put plywood and zip tied the plywood to the basketball goals. Like, they shut down the basketball goals. I can't even go play basketball.
Bro, you know what they did? They actually took the friggin' over here. They took the hoops down.
Took the hoops down?
They actually took the hoops down, and because here's what was going on. They were closing the park, but dudes were hopping over the fence, going and playing basketball. So they went and they actually took the hoops down.
Bro, everyone, please just stay.
So
inside,
now there's some kid out there with a helmet on, just running into walls. All right, so
what's your Mafia movie question?
So you got some questions for us over here?
Yeah, okay. Obviously, so y'all from New Jersey. I know they got the Mafia, like, movies, like, that's kind of like your culture over there. Not saying, like, that's what you do, but like I'm from Houston. I have, like, Mexican side, I'm part Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, I have family that's, like, from, like, Mexico, and, like, they're into, like, the cartel stuff.
Sure.
I'm not into that. But, like, do you think, like,
I don't
movies...
take offense to that. I mean, it is what it is. I don't take offense to that.
All right, well,
no.
So that's how I feel too.
Right, whatever.
But do you feel like it's like The Sopranos, The Godfather, and all those movies glamorizing it? You think that's like a positive thing for I guess people?
Yeah. So here's the thing about why these movies are so. Here's the thing about why these movies are so. Jake, do something with this, man, because it's falling all over the place. All right. So here's the thing about these movies. You know, there's a reason why.
Chad, chill.
Well, what happened? What are they doing?
That's like when someone says something racist, they put that. But saying Jersey and Mafia, that's not racist at all. That's literally just facts.
No, it's not. Let's listen. Hold it. Let's all calm down a little bit. All right, we're all talking, we're having fun. Nobody's being racist. The fact of the matter is,
the Jersey.
Since as far back as I can remember, it's like, it's the whole thing with Jersey, New York, and the mob, and that's just the way it is.
Facts. It's literally just facts.
It's the way it is. Anyway, it's fine. So I mean, it's reality too, though. So anyway, so here's the thing. Let me tell you how I feel about this. So, there's a reason why these movies are so popular. These TV shows are popular. You ever go on like A&E and they have like these documentaries about like John Gotti and the Mafia and everything else? The reason why it's so popular, right?
It's entertaining. People
the average guy.
People want to live that life.
The average guy, right, who gets up and goes to work every day and has to follow the rules, has to come home and take out the garbage. His wife yells at him. Then he gets up and does the same thing all over again. When you look at outlaws, whether you want to say mafia, whether you want to say like the cartel, or whether you want to say just like these Western, we were talking about Westerns this afternoon. When you talk about outlaws, right? Deep down in your heart, people admire that because you're not following the rules and you're an outlaw. Mm-hmm. Now the fact of the matter is, the overwhelming majority of people follow the rules and they do what they need to do. But deep down, you're kind of looking at this, and it's a way where you would never go and shoot people and bury a guy, and you're not going to do that. But there's
watch people do it.
But there's a part of it, right? There's a part of it that like like, oh, this guy like doesn't have to follow the rules like the rest of us. It's exciting. It's romanticized. It's all that stuff. So that's why these movies do so well. Now you ask the question, well, is that good? Is it bad? Listen, no matter if they never make another mafia movie again, there's always going to be criminals.
Someone in the chat just said it's like looking at a car crash when you drive by.
Yeah. There's always going to be criminals. There's always
like, oh my God.
now listen, the way the world is now today, it's much different than it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago with the Italian mafia. It's just different now. With just how everything is so international, and you got these different crime syndicates from different countries and stuff like that. So my point is, that's my take on it is, it's looking at someone who is outside the law, who is doing stuff that deep down maybe not that you want to kill people or anything like that, but it's exciting. It's an exciting lifestyle. Drive nice cars, have a lot of cash. You can do whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is, now here's the other thing too. So where I grew up and where I was raised, we grew up around a lot of people like that, right? The average guy who's involved in that is just, pretty much a guy who's just scrapping by day to day. So you watch these movies and it romanticizes it, but the fact of the matter is, the average guy who's in a life of crime, they're not the big mafia boss. They're not driving the fancy car with all the cash. They're scraping by day to day, trying to rob here, steal this, do that, and that's kind of the average guy. The one movie, and I think other ones since have shown it a little bit, but that was one of the things about Goodfellas that was so realistic. It showed the day-to-day grind of those guys that were down in the trenches every single day. Like you saw The Godfather with the Don and the tuxedo and all that. Like that's fine and it's exciting and everything else to watch. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at Goodfellas, these were guys that day-to-day, they had to rob a truck. They had to steal. They had to do all this, and they had to give their cut to the boss. Mm-hmm. So the idea is, that movie shows you realistically that, first of all, that lifestyle, you're either going to die, you're going to either die or you're going to go to jail. There's very few of these guys that kind of, went off. Listen, you've got historically, you've got guys like Meyer Lansky, who was like an old school mobster. He like retired down to Florida. But most of the guys, if this is your lifestyle, it really is not. It's a miserable existence. These guys are not. These guys are not in a situation where they're.
My grandfather used to be a tailor and used to make suits for John Gotti.
You hear that?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's it.
His grandfather used to be a tailor, and he used to make suits for John Gotti.
So is this guy from Houston still on, or did he hang up on us?
He's right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because I thought you were like, all right, you're talking too much. I asked you one question. I thought you were like, dude, I asked the question. I don't need your whole life story. I gotta go to bed. Like, I didn't know if you would. That was it. No, I'm just kidding around. No, I'm just teasing you. So it's immaterial. It's like, well, do you think it romanticizes it? Well, first of all, my response to that is, it is what it is, man. We know what it is.
But bro, if you're watching that, you're saying that everyone who's watching that knows the only way it ends up is either prison or death.
That's how he's got. That's how it all
no
ends.
one is romantic. Like, obviously the movies are like, yo, like, you want to live like that and shit.
Right.
But you know how it's gonna end up, so you would never do it.
Sure.
Like,
I mean,
and
listen, that lifestyle, you have to be. The reality of the situation too is, you're either a psychopath or a sociopath, or something along those lines. If you're going to be involved in that world, I mean, you're murdering people, you're hurting people. The average person is not doing that. The average person's not doing that. I mean, listen, that's just the reality of it. So if you're going to be, when you talk about, and this is just from my, the people I knew, the environment, like where we grew up and stuff, and these guys were, these were mean and nasty guys. I mean, you don't rise up in a criminal organization by being nice. It's usually the meanest and the nastiest son of a bitch. That's the guy that rises to the top. You look at him wrong, he'll slit your throat. Like, that's who these guys are, and don't let anybody ever fool you.
So what was your question about the movies?
No, I think he was saying about is it romanticized? How that.
Yeah.
Every mafia movie you watch, it always ends the same.
Pretty much.
They die, or they go to prison.
But with that said, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
And especially when you're looking at it like the true stories, like you hear stories about, like, you know, John Gotti and those guys. Like, it is exciting. It's interesting stuff. But I think when you step back, realistically, it's like, you know what? Unless you were raised in that environment, like that was like where you yourself were being raised in that environment, you really didn't see any other options available. It's like, oh, I'm going to be in a mafia, or, you know, I'm going to go be a dentist. Like, no, that's not really what's happening. Like, you're everyone. It's you know, your family, your friends, those people. It's a very close knit situation where it was in your family. Like, oh, okay, so like my dad, my uncles, my cousins, my friends, we're all sort of in this environment, and then I naturally kind of grow up, and this is the environment. So this is kind of, for these people, this is all that they ever know. You know, you're not going to get a guy from South Dakota who moves to Bayonne, New Jersey, goes, I want to be a crime boss. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, these are people that inherently, those pockets, like, you know, you're talking about Jersey, you're talking about New York, you're talking about, you know, Chicago or whatever, wherever it might be, you know, that, or up, you know, up in Boston. Like, these people grew up in this neighborhood, in this environment. This is the only thing that they ever knew. So to them, the way, you know, normal people get up and go to work every day, to them, this is their normal. This is their world. It's not like they decided they were somewhere else and they came over there and they said, oh, I'm going to do this. That's not at all realistic, you know. So, what is that? Why is that? Is that like a Trojan? What is that?
Yeah, that's Nick Merck's emote.
Oh, okay. I never talked to Nick. I'd like to talk to Nick. I know he's friends with Lou. I like to talk to him sometimes. He's a funny guy. I like him. I listen to some of his stuff. So how was that? Was that helpful?
Yeah, that was great insight, because, you know, it's not every day you could ask somebody who grew up like around this area about this
I mean,
type of
that's
stuff.
just the reality of it, and you know, the fact of the matter is, and I've had conversations. I've had conversations with some guys that you know, are just kind of day to day, you know, trying to hustler, like, you know, street guys, and my you know, and they, you know, some of them laugh at it, some of them don't, but what I tell them, I'm like, listen, man, unless you're going to be wealthy, unless you're going to be, you know, unless you're going to be a powerful guy, why are you risking life and freedom? You're either going to wind up dead or in jail.
Facts.
If you're just out there every day scrounging around for pennies and nickels, and you're trying to, you know, rob a truck, or
the only way that someone would rationally get into that is if it's like a Heisenberg situation.
Well, here's the thing, Jake.
Like, if you need to support your family and you're gonna die.
I understand, but what I'm saying though is for the overwhelming majority of these guys, there's no other. They don't have another option. They don't see another option. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna major in English. Like, no, like, it doesn't work that way. Like, these dudes, like, to them, this is it. But the point that I'm trying to make, and I joke around, like I said, I have friends of mine, I've talked to them about this, and I'm like, listen, why are you risking all this shit if you're not really making a good living?
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom line is, they don't really see that they have other options. Yeah. I'm like, well, then go work for Amazon, or go get a UPS job. But the other problem is this, though, too. The mindset, the mentality is, I can't go be a 9-to-5 guy. Like, I can't do that. So then your options are very limited, and then you become a criminal, and then it just doesn't end well. And I know guys who, I mean, just coming in and out of jail. It's just a very sad, very sad situation. But listen, hey man, that was thanks for the call, and I appreciate you calling and watching us and all that good stuff.
Hey, thanks. God bless y'all. Stay safe, and chat. We're gonna find a cure for this, and life's gonna go back to normal.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you for that. You have a good one, man. You take care of yourself out there in Texas. Be well, brother. Nice guy.
Okay.
Nice guy. Let's see what else we got down there.
Crucial life decision.
I feel like, wait, time out before you pull anybody up. I've watched Los do this, and I know it's fun I know people call and they fuck with him. It's fun. I feel like when the ones that seem more crazy and urgent, those are the ones that are usually not real.
Yeah.
But let's, just for our argument's sake, somebody said, "Oh my God, like big life decision, whatever it was." What was that one you just had, Jake?
Wait.
life decision.
Oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, pull that guy up.
Pull him up.
Pull him up. Let's see what. I'll guarantee you.
No, but
no. Pull it up. Let's just.
okay.
Let's see what's. Let's
Yo.
Let's see. How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's
you,
up?
You don't have. Listen, we're all friends here. You don't have to whisper.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You don't. Yeah, you could speak up. It's good.
All right. Well, I hear you. So
Oh,
if
you
you hear
can
me,
hear me.
then
Listen, where you
okay,
calling?
we can hear each other.
Where you calling from, bro?
I'm from Afghanistan initially.
Okay, are you in the States now?
Yeah.
Oh, where
I'm
you
in
where you in the
California.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right, cool. Good. Thanks for calling. What do you got going on, bro?
I'm just really nervous because like I look up to you like a father figure.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me, man. Let me
This
just
guy's a troll.
let me just say this to you, okay?
This is thick.
What was the question again? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. All right, so let me just say this. Listen, I don't know, man. If you're calling me, like I only just started doing this like 2 days ago with Lewis.
Yeah, that's how.
So I'm a little. If you're looking up to me from like a father figure in 24 hours, I'm a little nervous. So I'm hoping I can help you out. We'll see what happens.
I haven't seen my father since 2013. So
All
you're
right.
like
All right.
when I started watching you and you giving advice and stuff.
Did I don't know. Was I giving advice? All right. Well, all right. What's up? So what do you got going on, bro?
Let me take a deep breath. What happened?
Wait. I'm gonna pass out.
No, he has a headache. He laughs when he has headaches.
No, I'm gonna pass out because I think I don't know. It sounds like you're trying to make me laugh, but it's all right. Go ahead. I'm two bottles of wine in. No, wait, hold on. I'm 2 bottles of wine in. It sounds like you're trying to make me laugh.
Okay.
No,
what do you
which
mean?
is okay. But I gotta let me get my bearings. So I'm.
I don't know if I'm being like made fun of or what.
No,
'cause
I'm
what
not making fun of anybody. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell
Are
you
you sure?
that-
Because like my view like towards you is like changing slowly now.
No, hold on. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a handle on this here. All right, listen. If you want to laugh, go ahead, laugh right now. Go ahead. It's all right. No,
I'm not laughing, bro.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and get it out of the way. I'll laugh. You'll laugh, and then maybe we can move on.
He's crying.
No, it's okay.
Let it out, bro. Let it out, bro.
Wait, hold on. Dude, don't breathe like that to the mic because of corona. It might come through the mic. I don't want to get the droplets. Go ahead.
All right, I think I'm okay now.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
We're with you.
We're here for you, bro. We're here for you.
Go ahead.
I just want I appreciate you guys so much. Like I don't know what to tell you guys. You don't have to be doing this, but you guys are.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
Well,
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
We're just trying to entertain, man.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really busy with work, so I'm like, it's either this or I watch It's either this or I'm watching Game of Thrones. So I figured, you know what? Let me kill some time.
Oh, you want to know what happens?
Louis,
No.
Oh, no. Oh, dude.
I'm about to take you out, bro. Don't spoil.
No, it's all right.
No.
It's all right. It's all right.
No,
listen.
my hands are up.
Listen. Hold on. Wait. Don't. You're getting excited. Listen to me.
No, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I promise you, I'm
Who's
nervous.
nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because of you. I'm staring at you on my computer screen. I'm just nervous.
Turn me off. Don't look at me.
Don't look him in the eye.
Don't look at me. I'm like Methuselah.
I'm looking at
Who's
the
that?
beard
Who's that?
line.
Medusa.
You know
with the snakes.
You hold up the head.
Yeah, and you turn to
and
stone.
You turn to stone. Yeah. Don't listen to me. Hold on. So what we're trying to do, but listen, let me just tell you this. What we're also trying to do, and everybody knows this too, and I said this before. Methuselah. Medulla
Is this
oblongata.
English?
No, it's Medusa. Is the thing you hold up and you.
It's
turn
not a
it-
thing. It's a person.
Come on, man. It's a fucking. It's from the.
It's Greek mythology.
It's Greek mythology. Anyway, we're trying to.
I only speak Spanish.
That's good. That's funny. I like that. That's good.
Okay.
That's funny. But no, what I'm saying,
actually have, like, a real
is this. Though.
problem.
You have. Wait. Do you have somewhere to go?
No, I have a
he has a
problem.
Oh, I know, but are you in a rush?
No,
Oh,
go
okay,
ahead.
well then-
I'm sorry.
okay,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just
No,
nervous.
you
I
seem
cut
to
you
be-
off. I'm sorry. Just
No, you seem to be rushing us.
ahead.
I'm just trying to. Anyway, so what happened was, what I'm trying to tell you is, one of the things that we're doing is, me personally. So Los tells me, hey man, I'm trying to do this thing here with this record. I don't know how many hours or whatever. So I was like, hey man, maybe we'll take a little heat off of you. Jake will help out. Did you fall? Did you fall down?
My bad.
Did you fall?
My bad. I'm sorry.
Are you drinking or no? Are you drinking?
Are you fried?
No, it's
No, I'm drinking.
my
I was
hydro
drinking.
flask. I was
it's
drinking.
hydro flask. Oh.
Is that like a vape? Is
I'm
that a vape?
No, no, it's a
I'm
water bottle.
I'm so sorry. Please go on.
All right. So we're trying to. So I was like, hey man, I'll take some heat off of Los, and that's why Jake. And then Jake's like, hey, come up, and that's I'm trying to like help out. So guys, I don't normally, this is like the first time I've been on or whatever. It wasn't a day or two ago, but I'm just trying to help out a little bit. But we're trying to do this for him and help out. But so what is your what? So now you're in. Are you in Northern California or Southern California?
Sacramento.
Oh, okay. So you're in the capital up there. All right, nice. So
Yeah, White
hey, what do you
House.
guys know about out there? You follow this Golden State Killer? You guys follow this at all?
Yeah,
do you know-
he was actually.
All right, hold on a second. Wait, we got
Bro, it's the.
we
Yo,
got technical
bro,
difficulties.
stop unplugging your shit, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
He's doing it on purpose.
what?
He's a troll. This guy's a
What?
troll.
No.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Listen to me. They found this dude. Did you guys watch this documentary about the Golden State Killer? Did anyone see this shit? The dude
Kicked him.
Okay, the dude killed people. I mean, it was brutal what this guy did, and he disappeared for like 40 years. Do you know the whole story?
Wait, the Zodiac Killer?
No, not the Zodiac. He's called look at me. Listen to me, guys.
Dude, that was a W counter troll.
First of all,
You counter trolled him.
you think a dude?
You literally got to thick
wait,
mercs.
hold on. You think that dude?
That was a counter troll.
You think a dude like that is gonna?
That was
you
dude,
got
you alphaed him.
bro. Let me tell you, you got the right cat right here. Because you think that dude? No, ain't gonna happen, bro. I got news for you. Ain't gonna happen. But anyway, anyway. So
you're the only person to be able to stop thick mercs.
okay, listen to me. I want you to do this. Google Golden State Killer. The dude terrorized California for like I don't know how many years it was total. Then he disappeared for like 40 years.
Was it like 16 people or some shit?
Dude, do you know how they caught him?
Wow.
Listen to this one. First of all, he sexually assaulted people. The guy was a maniac. The description, the women gave a description of the guy.
Of his penis?
They said he had a micro. Is everyone out there listening to me? What I'm telling?
Way.
Stop. Everyone, I want you to listen to what I'm telling you right now. Google this guy, the Golden State Killer. Listen to me. The women said that he had the same MO. He would break into the house, he would tie you up, the whole thing. They all said, in one form or another, some I don't know if they used the word micro. They were like,
baby dick.
he had a very small penis.
Mm-hmm.
Then they wound up getting him. They took DNA. They had DNA from the crime scene that was from decades ago. They put it into this thing now, and I'm going to get the terminology wrong, so maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. They put it into this database where you can find out about your ancestors.
Yeah.
What they did was they found that they found the DNA and they connected it to these other people within his family. They narrowed it down and they caught the guy. Dude, you guys have to look this up. I'm not bullshitting you. It's crazy.
Dude, oh my god.
What happened?
They're spamming Los question mark.
What happened?
Like they're saying you're describing Los.
Oh, okay.
Literally sick fucks.
That's actually kind of... All right, I didn't know what that...
They caught him because of his micro penis and they automatically went to Los question mark.
I didn't know that's what it was. All right, I gotta admit, that's actually kind of funny.
Someone just said because of his penis, LMAO.
No, listen to me, man. I'm telling you.
Wait, so they track people in his family.
For purposes of what we're doing right now, I'm paraphrasing. Golden State Killer disappeared. The guy just literally went off the map, off the grid. They had a description of him physically, but all these years later, he's an old guy now. But they had this DNA. They put into this database, and I'm telling you right now, when you do this shit with this database...
Wait, so they tracked him down,
No.
And then they were like, yo, so they looked at his dick? Did they track on that and then they're like, we have to make sure. So they saw you a micro and they're like, all right, that's the guy?
No, they narrowed it down to his DNA.
Yeah.
To like within 99%, they got the guy.
And then they checked the penis?
No, he admitted it.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine, bro.
So that's it. So they're like, yeah, he broke in, he killed everybody, and he has a tiny ween.
That's the ultimate, bro. You get found for murdering people, and then they make it public knowledge that you had a micro.
That's
humiliation.
Yeah, but there were people though. There are people that with the salts and so everything where they have to allow pictures of their privates.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, dude. They have to. I'm not going to get into this whole thing, but there were people that famously, sexually harassed or whatever, or did stuff, and they
took a picture.
They have to. They had to keep it on file.
Oh my god.
Now, what is this? Somebody just chimed in.
Yeah, read that. On the top.
Rastalda has resubbed for 7 months.
Okay, then.
Muhauhau.
Look under it. Read that.
Pablo says the greatest hairline and beard.
That's right here.
Can we a muhauhau?
Can we get?
What's a muhauhau?
Just say, can we get a muhauhau?
Just say muhauhau? So say it.
Oh, you said Mr. Lowe's.
I'm saying muhauhau. How else should I say
it? Okay.
Muhauhau. I like that. Muhau. Thank you for the compliment on the hairline.
Chad, you don't understand. He walks around the house and just says muhauhau. I'm not. This is nothing. I'm not forcing him to say it.
All right. Well, you got number one. Hold on a second. You got to stop screaming, dude. Because let me tell you why. My ear right here. No, I love you, but you're screaming. Let's just you see how we're just having a conversation. They can hear you.
You're getting pressed.
You're not getting pressed, muhauhau. You're not getting pressed. I like somebody said you like the hairline and the beard. So this is new. But it's coming in pretty good. It's coming in pretty good. So this is only this is not even 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks. It's about 2 weeks, so it'll come in. I'm growing it out. I don't give.
All right, let's see.
Thank you for the compliment. That was nice. I appreciate it. I got that. Yeah, I kept my hair. I'm lucky. I have all bald men in my family. You want to hear a story about my uncle? My uncle was So my uncle was he was a functioning alcoholic. So he would go about it. He had a job and everything, but he was a drunk. And really tough guy though. Tough guy. He was my dad's brother. He was my dad's older brother. So he worked like a night shift. He was like a dock boss for like a shipping company. So he would work all through the night, and he would get done in the morning, like 7, 8 o'clock. That was like his after hours. That's like, people get out of work at 5 o'clock and go have a drink. Mm-hmm. He would get out of work like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. He would go to the bar. But sometimes he would get out at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the bar, right? So a couple times on the way to school, we had to pick my uncle up at the bar drunk on my way to school.
Oh my God.
Hello? Listen to what I'm telling you guys. So, and then one time, my dad's like, "Hey, listen, I got to go pick up your uncle and drive him home." The bar called me, and he's getting into fights at the bar, so I got to go get him. Why don't you come with me? So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 10 years old. That's a good thing to do. Yeah. Bring a kid to a bar at 10 years old." My uncle's punching guys in the face, and my dad's like, "Yeah, come with me to get your uncle." I'm 10 years old. All right. So anyway, we pick him up, and he's kind of drunk, and he's staggering a little bit. And I'm 10 years old, so I'm kind of fucking with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I hit Uncle Anthony. I'm like, "Uncle Anthony, whoa!" And I'm put my hands up. I'm like, "Yeah, Uncle Anthony, yeah." Like, "Hey, man." And he's like, I'm like, "What? Are you staggering a little bit?" Right? Like I'm fucking with him. My man hauls off and cracks me in the face so hard. You ever see in the cartoons where people get hit and then they have the little birdies go around their head? You ever see that shit you ever see the old school, like a Tom and Jerry, guys, you know what I'm talking about. And he's the eyes cross and they're like. So my man cracked me so hard. My eyes crossed. He hit me so hard I couldn't even cry. I was just so So we get into the original reason I'm telling you a story is because what somebody said here about my hairline, because I kept all my hair.
Yeah.
This is the point of the story.
Mm-hmm.
We get into the car. I'm in the back seat. My uncle's in the front, and my dad's driving. My dad takes my uncle home. He leaves. I get into the front seat, and like and my dad sees my eyes are all watery, whatever. And my dad goes, "I told you not to play with him." I went, I said, "Why is he so mean?" My dad looked at me and goes, "If you were bald at 19, you'd be mean too."
Oh my god.
My man was completely. Listen to me.
Like Larry David.
My man was
shit?
Larry David, completely bald, 19 years old.
Oh my god.
So he goes. So, I mean,
It's chat spamming Caruso.
you know what? Listen, man. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. Like I have bald men in my family, but I kept my hair. I get it, man. I'm extremely lucky.
Johnny said.
I think what you have to do is you got to make a decision. If you're gonna let it go, you got to take that shit off. Or there's some good technology now, man. You can get that. You can do that. You can do the hair restoration shit.
Bosley.
You can go Boz.
The plugs.
You could do, but they don't now. It's not like the old school doll plugs. I mean, listen. You can the technology they have now. You can. I probably know about five, 6 guys that actually did it, and their hair looks phenomenal. You think LeBron had surgery on his hair?
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was surgery or.
Isn't it funny? Like, you know what's so funny about this? Like, it makes me laugh. Like here, and I just think about weird shit like this all the time. I'm like, dude, you're a multi-millionaire, almost a billionaire.
He signed $1 billion Nike deal.
And you're still losing your hair. Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of that's kind of cruel. Like in a way, like you can have anything you want, but dude, you're losing your hair. Like.
Anytime.
I would probably, if I was him, I mean, I would probably do something, man. I mean, or just shave it. I don't know, or just shave it.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see.
So, let's we're gonna get well, before you pull anybody up. Hold on a second. Yeah. So we're gonna answer some more questions.
Look.
What? Yeah, so when I was younger, somebody said about Andy Garcia. When I was younger, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. Especially when I was younger and Andy Garcia was younger, there was a lot of similarities. I mean, if you want to pull up a picture of Andy Garcia, like pull up you know what you do? Pull up don't pull up an earlier one. Pull up like pull up Andy Garcia, Godfather 3. So maybe you can see, and he was kind of young here. Yeah, maybe like there or there. I don't know. Maybe more like here. I don't know. He's kind of young. I don't know, right? Yeah. There's more similarity. These are when we were younger, though. Yeah. But you could see it. You see the similarities with the hairline and everything, and the nose. See the nose? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to show it.
It's okay. No. Oh, they can't see it?
No, here, let me try.
No, it's all right. We're actually looking at pictures. I don't know if you. Oh, wait.
There it is.
Yeah, so you could see some of the similarities, right? Yeah, some of them, like, I don't know if you can. Yeah, so that's some of the similarities. Click on. Can you click on like that one? That one looks pretty. That one looks closer. Yeah. Yeah, so that you could just see like the nose, the eyebrows, and even like the peak in the hair. So I mean, growing up, a lot of people were like, you look like Andy Garcia. So, but so there's a movie from 1987. It's called The Untouchables. You guys, where's the chat? Like where's that? Can you pull that back up again?
Right here.
I know, but can you make it big so I can see it? Like the way you were doing it before? No. Here, guys, hold on a second. We're working on some.
Right there. Oh yeah, right here.
Leave that like that. So,
twins separated at birth.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people, you know, not that it helped me in life, but whatever. I mean, big deal. But anyway, so 1987 is a movie called The Untouchables. You guys know this movie? Robert De Niro played what's his name from the Chicago Mafia? What was his name? Christ, I'm losing my mind here, guys.
They're saying with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Al Capone.
Al Capone.
He played Al Capone. So, in 1987, nobody knew who Andy Garcia was, really, right? So, my sister goes to the movies. Now, in 1987, I'm like, I'm a young guy. And my sister goes to the movies. She comes home. She goes, hey, I went to the movies last night. And I saw this movie, The Untouchables, and there's this Italian guy in it. Because nobody knew who Andy Garcia was. They thought he was Italian. He's Cuban. But they were like, hey, not Andy Garcia. She said, I saw this movie. This little Italian guy's in it. You look just like him. I'm like, really? So I went to the movies. I saw Untouchables, and I was like, holy shit, I do. I do look like the guy, and especially when we were younger, it was crazy. So Andy Garcia, then he went on to have, listen, you guys, the guy's legendary. I mean, he's been in some great movies. But it's funny how the resemblance, like I said, the nose and everything else. But you want to?
Yeah, let me see.
Well, let's see here. Go ahead, keep going. Let's do it. Do a I'm not. First of all, guys, I'm not doing like I can tell you this right now. I'm not sitting here doing quizzes. Like, I'm not gonna get quizzed. Like, that's gonna. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, go if you want to quiz somebody, go. Go.
Good baseball question.
No, I'm not doing. Well, I'll talk about something, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
what he's
like,
saying.
like who hit 40 home runs in 1928? I'm like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not doing that.
Yo.
What? You didn't even ask me. You just threw it right up.
Hey,
What up?
What up?
What's going on, man?
What you got?
So, what do you think's gonna happen this season, dude?
Where you from?
Like, you think I'm from St. Louis, dude.
Oh, nice. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
So here's my thought. I think so right now, we're coming into April where the season's supposed to be starting. So you have to look at it this way. They lost pretty much all of the spring training.
Yeah.
They lost all of it. We're supposed to start this month. They're already saying that everything's shut down till at least the 30th. I think when the 30th comes, though, I think we're going to be probably looking at another month. I'm just saying. That puts baseball in a real pickle, because you can't, like with baseball, because it's played outside. It's not like basketball, right? Where you're like, oh yeah, just push it back 3 or 3 months. You really can't do that because of the weather. So, my concern is that they may do a short season, or worst case scenario. I mean, everybody thinks this could happen. They might do a shorter season and then push it back, and have the World Series like in November. But then
I saw some stuff like they do
the
162, and then they move it to like Arizona and Miami and stuff.
That's exactly right, man.
That's
really good what you just said. I was looking at the exact same thing. So what you do is you have these. You're gonna have I guess like the way they do like the NCAA. You just go and play in different places. They may have to do something like that, because if you think about it, no one's going to be using those fields, right, in November or whatever. So yeah, I mean,
especially Miami.
Right. And I think, like, it's funny because then remember something too. There's in the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years, however many years, there's a lot of MLB. There's a lot of domes, right? I don't know if they call them domes or dome stadiums or whatever it is.
Stadium.
But, yeah, but I mean, if you think about that for a second, though, you got the ability to do that. So I'm not as concerned. I'm not as concerned with the. What I'm really, though, honestly, it's like the other thing. If you hear what they're doing with the NFL, it's like we're moving ahead with everything. Like, to them, they think like it's going to be just business as usual, which it might be, but at that point. But the only thing that concerns me about baseball is, there really hasn't been much of a spring training. So you're just going to expect guys to take the field and perform really well. I mean, you got to have some ramp up. I mean, it's not like
I'm thinking they'll do 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Before a season.
I think I just think that if this is any indication, if you looked at some of these, not that we can trust everything, but if you look at some of the other countries, how things spiked and then they're flattening out a little bit. If everybody keeps doing what they're doing for, let's say, the next month, 6 weeks, something like that, you might be able to get them on the field, have a shortened season, and then maybe play the World Series in like November. If you remember, I don't know how old you are, but in 2001, when on September, we had on 9/11 when all that happened, They actually pushed that World Series into November, but they actually played out. They played at Yankee Stadium. I mean, they played out.
I was watching the other day. They did the Mets Braves when Castle hit that home run.
Yeah.
Like the first game back, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So they wind up, and the funny thing is, that's how Jeter got the name Mr. November.
Look,
if anybody remembers that.
Jeter, Mr. November.
That's right. I actually, that's cool. I didn't even see that, but that's how So Mr. October was Reggie Jackson. That was back in the '70s where he hit. He hit 3 home runs in a game and a whole bit, and so that's how we got the name Mr. October. But the funny thing was, that's how Jeter got the name Mr. November. So I think baseball is going to be okay. I don't think it's obviously going to be a shortened season because they were supposed to start this week, I think, or next week or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a baseball guy, I think you're going to get some season. I actually have a really strong feeling that when you go deep into the fall, I think football is going to be okay.
Yeah, football will be fine.
The only thing the NFL should worry about is the draft.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
let me ask you a question. So when you say the draft, you talking what are you talking about? You're talking about the basketball? Well, what are you talking about?
No, like the NFL draft and how they're going to do that.
I know. You know what's interesting though about this shit? It's like, do you see how we're all here right now doing this? Like, they may have to just do something like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's we can all communicate this way. We can see each other. We can talk. Everything is in real time. So my thought is that a lot of this stuff is going to have to be conducted this way. But yeah, you're right. I don't. Somebody just said Zoom draft. I mean, I think it's going to have to be something like that.
Yeah.
It's very hard to say. I just think if you ask me real quick, like, don't think about it, just answer. NBA is finished. I think we're done with NBA.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the playoffs.
Oh, please don't even get me going with that, man. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, that's so
rings.
that it's so just this.
Chat. LeBron has 4 rings.
All right, Jake, please. In a weird way, in a really odd, weird, strange way, you know who makes out the best in this whole thing? The Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Think about that.
That's true.
Think about that for a
They
second.
had the
though.
#1 pick.
Let's stop for a second and think about this. So all right, they lose KD. Thompson, he's out. Essentially, you had what's his name? You had Curry hurt.
Curry was back.
Right,
He
but
wasn't
but
back. He's
but
back
not
for 2
really.
games.
Right. What was he back? A couple games. They're gonna get that pick, right? They got a couple guys. They got some money freed up. They got a couple guys lined up, and this season doesn't even. Not that it doesn't even. It literally doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
So in this whole entire thing, the really crazy part of it is that goddamn Warriors are gonna make out the best out of everybody in this whole friggin' thing. I don't. I'm not a fan. I don't want to get into that. I'm not really a fan. I think, like I said, real quick, if you're asking me, I think NBA's done. I think baseball shortened season. I think football is going to be fine. I'm also concerned about. I'm into the roller derby. I don't know if you're into roller derby. So roller derby is going to have that season is probably. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm watching that really closely, though. So we're going to see what happens with the roller derby.
Yeah.
We'll see it. But, hey, man, thanks for checking in and calling in. It was nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care of yourself, man. Best of luck to you. All right, enjoy. See you.
Need date help.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo,
what's good?
what's up, man?
Hey, man, how you
What's
doing?
up?
How you doing?
I'm good, you?
Good, man. Where you from?
I'm from New York.
You
You know where like the Bonanno family was, the crime family, like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. So
you're from New York.
Yeah.
All right, man. What do you got going on?
all right, so like I'm in this crazy situation because ever since like they canceled the MLB, I was supposed to see like the Mets open season, right? So to make time, I just went on a Tinder and shit, right? And I ended up making like 7 dates after this whole lockdown ended. But the point is, I don't got a car, and these people live like miles away.
No. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Stop.
Is this PJ?
No, I'm not even. I'm
All
not
right,
even joking.
listen,
This is
listen.
real.
I
This
don't
is
care.
real.
Listen, and this, I don't know if listen. Whatever. I'm telling this. I'm just telling you. Oh, this is PJ.
This is fucking.
This is
PJ.
who is PJ? I hear about PJ.
He's a troll. But
No,
he
no.
might be being honest.
No,
He might
no,
be- he
no,
might be
Wait,
being
wait, wait.
genuine.
Stop. Hold on a second. Stop.
Picked him up on a bike.
Wait a minute. Just stop for a second. I've watched and I've heard this guy call in, right?
They call him LJ.
I don't. I'd like just hold on, man. All right. So but let me just say something. I don't. I honestly think for anybody who thinks you're gonna do anything with anyone, it's really not.
It's not safe.
Well, it's pretty reckless.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then you go, and then all of a sudden, grandma.
Oh,
and, then,
yeah.
and then you stop home and you see
Do
grandma.
you live with any elderly folk?
No, I'm not mean like right now. I mean like fucking like months when this shit's like good and shit.
What do you?
You're saying you set up multiple dates with people.
Yeah, we thought you meant like you want to go out now and
no,
and you could go on.
Like
you
that's
could just,
crazy.
But you could wear like a mask and gloves.
Yeah, but no, not now. That's stupid.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
trying to get myself hurt. No, I mean like right after like this whole thing blows over and shit. Yeah, but the point is like I don't got a car and like you know these people might be expecting like you know for me to drive them around.
No. Here's what you do. Here's the move. You ready for the move?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Uber Black. I got a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He drove drunk his car through a plate glass window of a store, so he lost his license. So now he goes out with Uber Black and he picks up chicks in Uber Black. And
Uber Black is bougie.
It actually works out for him, believe it or not, because his car was a piece of shit, and now it's destroyed because it went through a plate glass window. But my point is, why is everything hysterical?
Because you say shit like it's a fucking joke. You said he drove into a window.
I'm trying to make a point on why he's taking Uber Black and why it's working out better for his life.
Okay, dude, the way you say shit, you know it's coming out funny. You can't get mad at me for fucking laughing.
All right. Let's just.
Wait, how much do they even cost though? How much
Wait.
does Black even cost?
Wait, Black is about $15 to $20 more.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm a college student. Okay.
Bro, if you're going to a baseball stadium, you gotta be prepared with the cash.
Listen. Hold it. Wait, hold on. We're jumping all over the map right now. Let me finish. I'll come back to you in a second. But listen to me, people. You don't need to be. Number one, I said this the other day. Nobody needs to be drinking and driving.
Facts.
If you're gonna go pick up a girl. Maybe I'm saying if you don't want to do Uber Black, blah, blah. What I'm saying though is ain't nothing wrong with picking up somebody. But here's another move. Ready for this? You send the Uber to get her.
Yeah.
So you
Which
send
is a
it.
chauffeur.
You send it on your. But here's
Multiple
here's what you have to worry about though. So let's say you're gonna meet her at a restaurant or a bar. You send the Uber to get her. Here's the other thing you got to be careful about though, and this happened to a buddy of mine. He did that with a chick. She was racist. She was racist.
Don't say anything.
No. I know, Jake, please. She said some really nasty things to the driver.
What?
He called my guy and his account got suspended.
What?
Because they didn't know that it was him or her. They just got picked up by that account. And he picked up this crazy woman. She was nuts. She gave the dude was from Pakistan. She said some. Listen to me.
Jesus.
Everybody,
and they suspended his account.
Listen to me. Calm down.
Oh my god.
Let me make my point. What I'm trying to tell you is, it could backfire. If you don't know who this person is and you're sending an Uber for them, they can get in there and they honestly and you know what happens, people, you ever hear about these people that throw up in an Uber?
Oh yeah.
That's
so
disgusting.
all of a sudden now the girl you're like, okay honey, boom, whatever, you're sending her home in an Uber that you paid for. She's hammered, she pukes and shits her pants in the Uber.
Yeah, that'd be kind of shitty.
Listen, she shits her
that
pants.
That would be kind of shitty.
Right, she shits her pants and pukes in the Uber. Your account gets suspended. They're like, sir, there was vomit and urine and whatever. Fecal. And you're like, wait, what are you talking about? I let this girl. No. So just be careful. But the move is, if you don't have the car, the move is do the Uber, and then you tell the girl, my Mercedes is in the shop.
All right.
Do you think you're ever gonna see her again?
That's
That's what I'm saying. You tell her you have the Mercedes in the shop. You better have the Mercedes in the shop. If you think
it's
it's
not
gonna
like
be
I'm
a
gonna see you
repeating
for, like,
thing,
No,
twice.
then next time you go, yeah, I sold it. I didn't. Dude, it's listen to me.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you have to understand something here. Are you trying to make this your wife? Like, what are you trying to do, dude? Like,
bro,
calm-
you find love on
bro,
Tinder.
Shh.
No, I'm 20. I'm not trying to like.
I
that
understand
as, like,
that,
wife
dude.
something.
I know what I'm talking about. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. And you're worried about, well, she's gonna find out. No, dude. Listen to me. Then you make up another lie. What are you? Why
yeah,
is it?
fake
Why
it
is
till you
everybody?
make it, right?
Why is everybody getting so excited?
Yeah,
you
fake
just
it till you make it.
You just go, yeah, man. The Mercedes in the shop. Oh, I pick you up in an Uber. Mercedes in the shop.
You gotta be casual with it though.
That's what I'm talking about.
It doesn't have to be a big story.
Listen, sorry, I just my there was a problem with the transmission. I got my guy's checking it out.
Yeah.
And then you pick her up, and then the next time, oh yeah, you know what? I had some problems. I sold it. I'm in the market right now. I think I might get a Lambo. You just make up some. I might get I don't know what I'm doing. I might get a buy. I might get a buy. I might get a buy Lotus Turbo or some shit like that. You just make up some crazy shit, and that's it. And just see how that works out for you. But I mean, I don't know. You're worried about Met games and Tinder, and you got
No. I'm just saying, like, these are like multiple girls, like over like a span of like a month, most likely be going out with them. And that's gonna be like a lot of money.
You want to really have some fun. This is ballsy. But you got to do this. You got to try this once in your life. You ready?
Okay.
Got to try this once in your life. It's gonna probably fail miserably, but try this once in your life.
Okay.
Tell 2 girls to meet you at the exact same spot.
Okay.
You have one sitting at the bar, the other one at a table, but you're in the same place. Throughout the night, you go back and forth to the bar, to the table, in between each one of them. You tell them you got a business situation going on. You have to take the call. It's very important. And then you go back and forth the whole night from the bar to the table and see if you can get away with that.
Okay, I'll try.
Listen, why not, man? Take a shot. It might work out for you.
Yeah, but I'm like 20, so I don't know.
I know. I'm just giving you. So some of the stuff I'm telling you, maybe just tuck it away, and you'll down the road you'll use it. But I'm saying, I had a buddy of mine who did that successfully. He had 3 girls in the same building.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yep, he did it. 3 of them.
Shut the fuck up.
He did.
What?
That's pretty fucking.
And he said that he told all 3 of them, that he owned a string of tanning salons.
Yeah.
And he was having an issue.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to step away from the table, or from this where he was, and he did that, and he did it for like over the course of like 2.5 hours, running back and forth, and everything worked out for him. I'm just saying, man, this is the kind of stuff. Throw it out there sometimes, man.
I got you.
Throw it out there, man. What do you got? Listen, what's the worst that can happen? You get caught.
Yeah, true.
That's all. It's life.
Yeah.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. You're 20 years old. Have
just
fun.
walk away.
What, dude, are you counting change? What's that noise, bro? Are you?
Oh no, I'm just throwing my earphones. My bad.
Are you doing nickels, quarters, pennies? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm counting all the change I got so I can save for those Uber Blacks.
All right,
bro.
All right. Get out of here. Go. Get out of here. That wasn't PJ, was it?
That was PJ, but you counter. It's bro. People don't know what to do when you troll them back. If you troll someone back and you're confident with it, they don't know what the fuck to do.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not doing anything.
No, but you're just being like you're not reacting to it in any way.
I'm trying to have a conversation with the guy. So you're saying counter troll, counter terrorism? I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say counter terrorism. I said counter troll.
I'm just speaking to people like human beings, dude. I don't know. But let's see what we got here. I don't want you picking it because you're pulling up like I lost my dog. I don't know. I don't care about that. What is this one here? What's that one? Did Dad need help? I don't want to get into
no families.
No, I can't do drugs either, dude. I don't want to drug it. I'm not really the guy to talk to about that.
Girl help?
Dude, hold on.
No drug it. What the hell?
Listen to me. Can we just keep it light? Like,
you want to play a hard game?
No, I don't want to. It'll scare me. I won't be able to sleep. I have nightmares. I'm very sensitive with that shit. I can't do it. I have hallucinations.
Chat PT?
I have hallucinations.
Yes,
Well, listen to this. What time is it? All right, it's way past my bedtime. I need my rest. I turn into a pumpkin, so I can't be doing all this shit. So listen to me. It's very late. But here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do a couple more of these,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go. I gotta go to bed, man. I can't be staying. I'm an old guy.
Dude, they're saying counter trollism.
You like that? Is that a term? Because that's
No, you just made that up.
I honestly
just made that up.
Honestly, dude, I understand these guys come in and they're gonna, and I know it's funny and whatever, but all right, so let's look up. I don't know. Like some of these things are weird. And I'm gonna try to stay away from it. Can we just do this though? Like, honest to God, I know there's a lot of people here. Can we just keep it light and like kind of fun?
Yeah.
Like I don't need gloom and doom like crazy shit. I mean, obviously if something really bad's going on, but whatever. I'm not doing porn addiction. Like that's like
That would be so funny though.
Wait, what?
That would be funny as hell.
I think it's a
to
sad
talk about
situation.
someone like a Don John.
All right, pull it up.
Yo, Don John.
Hello.
Yo, hello.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good.
You
How are
okay?
you?
You okay?
Yeah. How are you?
Where are you calling from?
I was born in Sydney, Australia, but now I live in Vancouver.
Oh wow! So you went from Australia and you live in Canada, huh?
Yeah, no, I've lived here for like 10 years though.
Wow, how'd you wind up there? Like your folks? Like what happened?
Nah, yeah, that's my father's job.
Wait, hold on. Jake just did something. Hold on. No, Jake's. Let me tell you
You're
what.
just breathing into the mic. That's
No.
sorry.
Wait. Jake's hitting all kinds of buttons over here.
No, you're good. You're good.
And I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm trying to get a handle on
No,
this.
you can talk. You can talk.
I understand. So now you live in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You in school? How old are you?
Nah, I just finished school.
You finished school, so you're out of college or high school?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You working?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life, man?
Nah, I just like doing the online classes, you know.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
So are you
Yeah,
are you teasing with us right now? Are you trying to have some fun? Or
No. I'm being for real. Ever since like this like the isolation and shit, I've just been like jacking off like 8 times a day, and like I just need some help. You know?
Actually, that's very healthy, man.
You'll have a healthy
You reckon?
prostate.
No, you know. No, let me tell you why.
The next morning, my dick is really sore, and I don't know.
Well, then you obviously don't know what you're doing, dude. You need to be careful, and you need to be taking steps.
Yeah.
To guard against any type of irritation or friction.
Yeah. I got this big wart on my dick too. It's like it's sore.
Oh,
is that from the jacking off, or is that from?
That might
I
have been
fucked
there
the bitch
before.
like 4 weeks ago.
No, you know
but-
what happens? I heard. Hold on, Jake.
He's saying he's having sex.
I know.
Raw,
Wait, no. I know, but what's happening is he's screaming at me.
He said he has a wart.
No, he's screaming. You're yelling.
Okay, go.
And I got. There's a lot of shit going on right now, and I got the QHD 2, or whatever.
Okay, what?
I got the ADHP. So you got to let me.
Okay, you have the HDD TV.
No, seriously, let me get my bearings because I can't. He's yelling. You're screaming shit. You're clicking everything.
Okay.
All right. So you said a wart.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have you come in contact with any frogs?
Toads.
Frogs?
Toads.
Or toad?
What's that?
All right.
You know
I just want to make sure because you know,
toad.
yeah, you touch a toad, you get a frog, you get a wart. So I don't know if you got to be careful. I want you to take care of yourself. Be very careful.
All right, I'll get it checked out.
You got to check that out.
Yeah.
But listen, man, it's natural. Keep doing what you're doing, and listen. The other thing too is you might even, in some weird way, you might be able to make a living at that.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Why not? If
What
you're
do you
good,
mean?
Listen. If you're good at something, and it sounds like you are, you might be able to make a living at it.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe a
Professional-
channel or something on like Pornhub.
Professional meat beater. Counter trollism. Counter trollism, chat.
He didn't go with the whole like I threw him off, so he had to come up with wart.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff just wasn't.
He thought we were just gonna kick him out.
No, we're not.
Yeah, no,
kicking
he
him
thought
out.
he thought we were just
Listen.
gonna kick him out.
Listen, it is what it is, man. You know what? Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do to get through the quarantine.
Yeah. By all means necessary.
Jake. By all means. All right, let's see what else. I'm not doing any of that stuff. No.
2 major NBA questions.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I
could that be?
I like that though.
Okay,
That could be fun.
All right. Yo.
How you doing, man?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm pretty good.
Good.
I didn't think I was gonna get pulled up.
Where you calling from?
I'm from Indiana.
Nice. So that's the
Pacers guy?
Actually, no.
No?
I'm a Bulls guy.
Oh,
Are you,
okay.
were you born and raised out there? Or you're transplant? Where are you from?
Nah, I was raised out here, but I
Nice,
live
nice.
closer to Chicago
are
than
you near,
Indianapolis. So
Are you near what's the place? Where is Larry Bird from? French Lick? You anywhere near French Lick?
nah,
No.
I think that's like a few hours away from me.
Yeah, it's a big state. So so you're a big hoop fan? You're a big NBA fan?
I am.
Yeah. What's going on? What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's going on with the NBA? What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, what I kind of hope was gonna happen, I kind of am on the same wave as Jake. I kind of hope it like all comes back around like June or so.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like a shortened season, but get everything done by about August, September would be kind of dope.
I
but
know.
it's not really looking that good
I don't
right
think
now.
so, man. I really, you know what? It's a shame. I don't think so. We were just a guy called in before. We were just talking about that. I don't know. I just think that the sad part of it is, I was saying before. I don't know if you heard this, but I think in the whole scheme of things, the goddamn Warriors are going to make out the best, which is it's just crazy to me. But whatever.
I don't like that.
No. I
No, I don't think anyone
I don't
likes
like it either. But
I literally don't think anyone in the chat would like that.
I think we're probably looking at a canceled season, unfortunately. And it is what it is. It's not anybody's fault. This is just this is what's going on in the world right now. So I think that's looking ahead to next year. What do you got some things you want to talk about as far as the NBA, or just comments, or what?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask kind of about the Bulls. So, I mean, I like personally, I'm like 19, so like I didn't get like one of my biggest regrets. I didn't get to see like Jordan like play, growing up. Which I mean, I consider him to be probably the greatest of all time.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of unfortunate, but
Sure.
I mean, I kind of grew up more in like the Derrick Rose era, so that's why he's my favorite player. So, what do you guys? I mean, this is for both of you. What do you guys think about Derrick Rose, and then with Michael Jordan? I mean,
So I think I think Derrick Rose was a phenomenal talent.
It's horrible.
I think that I think the one thing that plagued him was more than anything else was injuries.
Oh yeah.
But I think he was a phenomenal talent, and unfortunately, he never. My opinion is he never hit the potential because he just couldn't stay healthy. But listen, man, the guy was an MVP. And listen, no knock on him, and nothing to be ashamed about. The guy just was, he had the injuries. Who is he with now? Who's he with?
He's on the Pistons.
He's on the Pistons. I know. Wasn't it 1 or 2 years ago? Didn't he have like a nice? Wasn't there like a little bit of a comeback? Like,
Yeah, when he was on the Timberwolves.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
He scored 50.
Right. That's right. He had the 50-point game. So I remember. I think we watched
That was
game.
crazy.
I think we watched that game. So listen. Here's the thing. I think he, phenomenal talent. Unfortunately, like so many.
Lost Dad is the best.
Like so many other guys, unfortunately, it's like it was never. It just never was type thing, and because of injuries, it's life, man. And that's. I'm gonna make one point, and I'm not trying to cause trouble and turn this whole thing into a whole nother discussion, but I want to say one thing. You have to factor in to someone's legacy, their ability to stay healthy and be on the court, the field, whatever, for an extended period of time. Because you can say, oh yeah, this guy was great, but he had the back injuries and he was out for 1 or 2 seasons. Like you know what? Unfortunately, that factors into the overall picture. And when you have a guy, I'm not going to name any names, but when you have a guy who's in his 17th season, who's able to accomplish what he's accomplishing, that's powerful stuff, man. You can't out of hand dismiss that. That factors into the whole thing. You look at guys like, you look at quarterbacks who have been able to play,
Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Tom Brady is the.
Now, Tom Brady missed. He got hurt a little bit there a couple years ago.
But what I'm saying is,
I get your point. So one other thing too, which we're gonna get to the other question that you just had, but I want to just say something else. Have you guys watched the 30 for 30 on ESPN? You guys ever watch these things? And you could chime in too. I'm talking to you too. You ever watch these? Okay. I just watched one a couple weeks ago with Drew Brees. Do you guys know who Drew Brees is? Drew Brees. You guys know who Drew Brees is, right?
Yeah, of course.
No. I meant the whole story. I know you know Drew Brees is.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy had a horrendous. He almost died. He had a horrendous injury. Right? He was the franchise quarterback for the Pats. Dude goes, he almost dies. Internal bleeding, collapsed lung, the whole bit. The guy was in bad shape. He comes back, ready to go. Belichick says we're staying with Brady, and literally the term "the rest is history." The rest is history. So just because you're the man, the fact of the matter is a lot of.
No, that was Drew Bledsoe, not Drew
what
Brees.
did I say? Right, I'm sorry, guys.
Drew Bledsoe.
What did I say? You
said Drew Brees.
I know. I drank 2 bottles of wine.
Drew Bledsoe.
I legit drank 2 bottles of wine. I'm sorry.
He's on 2 bottles.
All right, but you know what I meant, though. You know. I mean, right. True. I appreciate you. I appreciate you chiming in. So my point being is, right, Drew Brees. What am I talking about? Drew Bledsoe. So this Drew Bledsoe. This whole thing was just, and now he like owns wineries. He's like, you know, but the whole thing was just a crazy thing. And him and his family and everybody else, they hated Belichick. Like they were bitter. They were like, "What are you talking about, man? I'm back. I'm healthy. I should get my spot back." Telling you right now, Belichick saw something, and guess what? He took a gamble, and holy shit, was he right? Because everybody's like, "Dude, what are you doing right now? This is the franchise quarterback. You got this guy over here, and guess what? It worked out great." So I think you have to look at injuries.
What is because you watch Jordan play?
So are you asking me? Are you asking me a question? What I think about Jordan? Is that what you're asking me?
Well, I mean, I feel like you would probably know best. Like you were kind of
so here's what I'm
playing in the '90s. So
sure. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say about that. So I started watching basketball where I actually knew what was going on in probably the mid '70s. So around when I really started to like watch it and like it, I was probably 75, like that, 76. So with that said, I watched Jordan's entire career. I watched Michael Jordan in 1982. I was in my bedroom, and I saw him hit the shot as a freshman in North Carolina to win the national championship. So
right.
I watched Jordan literally his entire career, the whole thing. When he stopped and played baseball, his dad got killed, and he came back and he wore number 45.
45.
Yeah. So I watched the whole. I watched him. I watched Jordan. I also, then I watched Kobe's entire career. Right from the beginning, Lower Marion out of Philly, boom, Lakers, the whole. I mean, you guys. I mean, obviously after he passed, I mean, everything was just the whole career, everything.
Yeah,
and then in the early 2000s, a good friend of mine, good friend of our family, and our families are really close, and Lewis's buddy and everything else. I'm having a conversation with a really, really great high school coach by the name of Kevin Boyle, and we're talking, and he said, you know about this kid LeBron James? And I was like, yeah. So 3 years in a row, Mr. Ohio, the whole thing. I mean, on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the whole bit. So you're talking about, there's some overlap, but you're talking about 3 different eras of basketball, give or take. I mean, there's overlap there, right?
Yeah.
I think where we stand and where we have been for probably the last, at least the last 10 years, give or take. The parity that you now have in the NBA. I'm not saying like high school. I mean, that's obvious. High school, college. I'm talking about in the NBA. The parity that you have now with these teams and these players is really, it wasn't like that. You know, it really wasn't like that. Now you have a situation where you have a lot of parity with players and a lot of parity with teams. Okay. So
Yeah,
Michael,
I think I saw something about how like Shaq would have joined the Bulls or something like in the '90s if it was like then now.
Yeah.
Right, that's a very
Like that.
so that's a you know you know what you're talking about. You absolutely know what you're talking about. That's a phenomenal point. You just didn't have that then. I mean, listen. You can't deny the obvious where, you know, Jordan had Scottie Pippen, and a lot of people don't realize Scottie Pippen is a top 50 all-timer in the NBA. I mean, I want you to understand that. He's a top 50 all-timer. So Jordan had a phenomenal, you know, second fiddle to him who was a standout, phenomenal player, and they did a real nice job by putting you know, guys around him that would run through a brick wall. I mean, they had some guys on the team of just maniacs. I mean, you know, the one we think of is well, you talk about Rodman.
Oh yeah, Rodman.
Rodman would kill you and your whole family. I mean, like, without even batting an eye. The guy was a maniac. Greatest rebounder. He was insane. So you look at that, and you look at the parity in the league and the other teams. Yeah.
See this?
What?
Jordan's 1-9 without Pippen.
I'm not doing that. I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, I don't like that argument
this whole
at all.
thing. This whole thing with. I'm not doing that. This whole thing with obviously he needed Pippen. I mean, are we not? I mean,
you can't win a championship without another good player.
Hold it.
He just needed something.
Wait,
I'd say.
we obviously knew this. Okay, that's a
well, besides
that's a point. I'm not going to get into that whole thing. We know that. Okay, he had Pippen, and history is what it is. You know, they were very successful together. Then you move into this. Into this next era where Kobe came in. And you had that duo of Kobe and Shaq, which was just, holy shit, man, phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. But my point being is, when I just fast forward a little bit, and I'm talking to my friend who is, again, arguably one of the best high school coaches in the country, and we start talking about LeBron. And I saw him like once or twice on ESPN. You know, in high school, you know, they showed those games. That was very odd to do that then. Now they do it all the time. Mm-hmm. But back then they didn't do it as much. So he was on TV. I saw him, and they had like on the new ESPN and things like that. And then he gets to the Cavs, and you know right away he's a phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
What I'm going to tell you is this. And again, everyone, and I said this the other day when we started talking, everyone kind of retreats to their own little corner. Like, if you believe that hands down Michael Jordan was the greatest ever, and that you are going to start your team with him, like if I have the first pick, I'm taking Jordan. If you believe that, no one's change. No one's changing your mind. No one is going to change your mind. And you know what? It's a fantastic argument, and we're going to probably be talking about this till the end of time. And no one should try to change your mind or convince you or tell you you're wrong. That's not what this is about.
Yeah, there's arguments for like
right,
with LeBron, Kobe, Bird, Magic. All those guys can go into detail.
I'm going to say this much. Here's what I am going to say though. And this is a guy who watching basketball from the mid '70s. I believe in my heart the three greatest players, overall basketball players. I'm not talking about scorer. I'm not talking about defense. I'm saying overall. If you're saying, you know, no deficiencies, and if they were, very slight. The three greatest players with my own eyes that I watched, and I'm talking about from the mid '70s. So I can't go back and talk about Bill Russell and Chamberlain. Like, I watched videos of those guys and shit. Michael, Kobe, and LeBron are by themselves, and
they're the three most influential. Of course.
Well,
100%.
you're talking about here, but Jake, you just made a great point. I don't even know if you realized the point you made, but from a marketing standpoint,
100%.
Think about Jordan.
Shoes.
Think about Jordan. There wasn't really anyone like that who was doing the commercials. Do you remember Mars Blackman? I don't know if you guys even. I'm going way back. You could look this up on YouTube. Mars Blackman. They did these commercials. Who's the little guy? The director who got
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. Spike Lee played this character, Mars Blackman, with Michael Jordan for the sneakers and the Nike and the whole bit. Like, this was an era where he was the face. He was the man. You just didn't have that with anyone else. So you had Jordan, and then you come into that era of Kobe, and then Kobe with the sneakers and the whole bit, right? And then obviously with LeBron. But you're talking about from a marketing standpoint, and from I'm talking about just getting just balling, just getting on the court and playing. Those three guys, they were overall. Now listen, we can throw in. We're gonna say, what about Magic and Bird? And I get it, man. Believe me. All-time scorer Kareem, I get it. I'm talking about a skill set all the way around. I'm talking about lockdown defender, can shoot, pass, IQ, like phenomenal IQ, right? Basketball IQ. So when I talk about this stuff, I know there's a lot of people that are throwing out names and this and that, and I get it, man. I get it. What I'm just telling you, this is. I'm just giving you. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm giving you my opinion of someone who lived through this and watched every one of these careers. Like I'm talking about, I watched these guys from like day one until retirement, and then now we're watching LeBron at the end. Now, with all that said, there's never been a player like LeBron. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You don't know. Listen to me. Do you understand the size of this guy? Understand his size. 6'9". Some people say he weighed as much as 270, 260. Okay? He can defend. He's in his 17th year. He's averaging double digits in assists. He's a phenomenal passer. So what I'm saying is, I'm not getting to the argument saying, oh, LeBron is better than Michael and Kobe. I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you is, it's even difficult to compare because of what we're talking about here. It's difficult.
Right.
It's difficult to compare because there's never really been anyone like LeBron. Maybe you could say from a standpoint of the size and the passing skill is maybe Magic. Magic wasn't as athletic.
And the reason that the comparison's good between Kobe and Jordan is because Kobe was like almost like a carbon copy of Jordan a little bit. Like the way they shot,
I mean, you can't.
The size,
I mean,
the
Jake,
position.
you can't say it any better than that. And,
It's
and
literally
again,
like
Yeah.
And listen, and the thing is, there are people. I mean, I've gotten into. I'll admit it. I've gotten into arguments with guys about this. Like, oh,
I mean, I don't mean to like cut you off, but I know like you can make an argument for just about everyone that like you guys have mentioned, and I know like the main thing for me is just like, I mean, I've seen LeBron growing up almost like his whole career. I've seen Kobe for a majority of his career. It's just I never got to see MJ. I mean, I was only alive for like the few years he was with like the Wizards.
But the nice thing,
and,
though,
I mean, that's not really the MJ
thing,
we think of.
Here's the beauty of the time that we live in now. You could sit down, and you could sit down for 6, 7, 8 hours. You could watch watch entire game. I'm not talking about highlight reel like, oh, Jordan dunking.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was phenomenal. The guy was an insane athlete. Insane. He could jump out of a fucking building. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you could watch entire playoff games. You could watch entire games and get a better feel as opposed to just somebody telling you he's the best and go watch a highlight reel. That's fine. But watch these playoff games and watch, and again, and I just saw something that came up, and I have to tell you, it really bothers me a lot. And it was one guy that said it, and it's probably maybe he just threw it out there to just be, provocative or whatever. But I heard someone just said Kobe's overrated. All right, so let me tell you about let me just talk a couple minutes about Kobe. Kobe Bryant was a stone killer, okay? Stone. They talk. I mean, and I didn't even know about all this stuff after he passed away. I know about like the books and everything and the Mamba mentality and all that. I'm telling you right now, this dude was clutch. I mean,
yeah.
And we're talking about no deficiencies, none. I mean, the guy was just. I mean, from an offensive standpoint, defense. I mean, he was nasty, and I think what gets lost. And what people forget, or maybe the younger guys didn't even really see it, is the fact that this guy was a phenomenal generational talent, and you have understand what he did, man. 18 years old. 18 years old, he comes out and just starts and just takes over. I mean, it's really an amazing. So these three guys, Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, those are my three guys. If anyone wants to discuss, because I'll point out deficiencies with other players, and you want to start going back and talking about players from the 70s and the 60s,
we sat and watched.
Well, I know, Jake. But Jake, you have a very like I'm watching. We
watched the 1970.
We were watching 1970 game between the Lakers and the Knicks, and Jake was roasting everybody. I mean, and I understand why. I get it, because you're looking at it. You're looking at it from a standpoint of, just obviously, the same level of athleticism. So just to kind of just loop all the way back to your point and what we were talking about. I mean, Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. I mean, it's like you're talking about, just a legend, right? And then you're talking about Kobe, and then you're talking about LeBron. The reason why I just look at LeBron and I put him in a different category, like I was saying before, is there. And when I say there's never been anyone like him, I want you to think about. You get these two guys that are 6'6", the Kobe and Jordan, 6'6", maybe 210, 205, maybe 212. I don't know, whatever they weighed when they played. I don't know. And then you got a guy 6'9", who on the light end was 250, 255 light, right? Maybe he probably played heavier.
That's a bit generous, a bit too low, I'd say.
And he's a point guard. And he could cover. He can D up a center. I watched this last game. When they played against the Clippers. He was locking down Kawhi. Did you see that? Did you watch that, Jake? Did you not see that?
I saw that.
I saw that.
I don't know.
I think
LeBron really played good defense that game. I don't know if it was completely locking him up.
No. What I'm saying is,
and the game before,
you're not going to lock.
Giannis, when he played Giannis, he was strip stealing.
Okay,
Giannis,
my point was that over that weekend, and this is when, this just, to me in my mind, this just cemented everything that when I talk about this stuff. It was a Friday night and a Sunday, right, Jake? Right, the Friday night and a Sunday they played the Bucks
first, and then the Clippers.
And I watched the entire game, both games, no interruption, start to finish. I'm watching this guy. What's LeBron now? 35, 36?
35.
I'm watching this guy move his feet on defense, not reaching in, grabbing. No, he's moving his feet, and he was getting in front of these guys. I mean, and I'm looking at this, I'm going, this is incredibly difficult. When you think about a guy with this type of wear and tear, and the fact that he's playing that kind of defense, and then the passing, and then the shooting, and all this other stuff. And this is why I'm saying I'm not knocking. This is not a knock on anybody else. What I'm just saying is, for you to say, all right, let's compare side by side. Physically, you can't compare the two. Whether it be Jordan or Kobe, you just can't compare.
I don't mean to interrupt or anything.
No, please jump in. I'm just.
I mean, the whole thing for me personally is, tying back to Jordan. When we look at, you could go to school the next day and say, Kobe beat the Suns, or LeBron beat the Magic, or Lillard just ended the Thunder or something. But you couldn't really do that about Michael Jordan with the Jazz or the Cavaliers. I didn't really have that luxury, and that's something that. I kind of would feel bad about.
Well, the thing is, if you're looking at this whole thing, I'm just, I'm always glad to have the conversation, when I talk about my top three guys. And now again, there are people that, no matter what happens, till the end of time, Jordan's the GOAT, and I respect that. I'm not going to try to change your mind, but what I'm not going to budge on. And I'll have the conversation with anyone. What I'm not going to budge on is I'm talking about when I say no deficiencies. I'm saying Jordan. I'm saying Kobe. I'm saying LeBron.
That's all you need.
And I can't. And if you want to, and there are guys that are like, well, let's talk about Bird. I watched Bird play. Bird couldn't jump over a newspaper, and I'm not knocking him because that wasn't his game. He wasn't a jump out of the building type of guy. He was a brilliant player, phenomenal shooter, great passer, But yeah,
I'd say underrated defender too. But
yeah, listen, he was tough. Remember something too, though. You talk about the '80s. Defense was played very differently then. You drove to the basket, somebody can knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a common foul. Now,
actually, my dad, he just showed me because he was showing
what happened.
How he originally shot with like one hand, and he showed me like a clip, and he literally just like elbowed a guy straight to the ground. And I'm thinking, like, if that was today, they might be ejected.
Dude, if you fart on someone, it's a flagrant 2. If you break wind on someone, you're thrown out of the game. Like it's just a very, in all fairness, it's a very different game. Go ahead, Jake.
They're asking about your thoughts on Lou Alcindor.
So the other day, by the way, dude, great call, man. It was nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
I've had fun.
Thank you, man. And like I said, for me, this has been, I just started doing this to help out Lewis a little bit, and kind of help. And Jake's been we'll talk about Kareem in a second, but I just want to say this. That was a real good insight. You really know your stuff, and I appreciate the call. And like I said, I'm having fun doing this. So go back to YouTube and just start pulling up all the Jordan stuff, and it's amazing stuff, man. And pull up his commercials too, with Mars Blackman. Pull those commercials up on YouTube.
I'll continue watching like over and over. I mean, it's always a blast. Like the D-Rose stuff. I think that was a good combo.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just want to before I
sure.
Jake, Los isn't here right now, but even though everyone trolls him, I think we can all agree that down low he's a W.
Well, listen, I think everyone. Everyone also knows that. If he's, what makes everyone laugh and what's funny is when people do troll him and he gets pissed. There's probably nothing funnier than that, and everyone knows it. And I talked to him about this, and I'm like, could you imagine, like, what would you? Like him just sitting here, like just having a nice, like this is.
I can't watch people. I
listen.
Can't watch streamers that are like
listen. What we're doing right now, we know what we're doing right now. We're this is a little bit of a different thing, right? Like we're talking about subjects. We're having fun. Obviously, we know what we're doing here. His shtick, his whole thing. We know what that is too, and it's a blast. Obviously, it's a blast, or there wouldn't be, or you guys wouldn't be watching him. He's hysterical, and he's like this guy trolling me, and I watch these Ask Los, and it's like literally not one person has a normal question. Literally everyone is like, and I don't watch him live a lot, obviously, because he's up so late and everything else. But I watch these YouTube things, and I laugh my ass off. It's so fucking funny, man. But that's who he is, and that we're all so I think what we're all trying to do, and I think we're going to do it. We're all trying to help him out. And if he can get to this, whatever this goal is, I still don't know what the exact number is, but if he can get to this goal,
we're at 122.
Yeah.
45. It's got to get to 160.
If we could all of us come together, and we have the time to do it now because we're all trapped in a house. If we could all come together and do this for him, it's gonna be everyone who achieved it. It's obviously not just him. So that's what's kind of that's what's kind of fun.
That the first day, I think like after like 12 hours, because I know Lo said something like how he wasn't even like sleepy, and I'm like, well, if he's not sleepy, like I just wonder like what the longest record is, and then I started sending it, and I'm like, maybe he'll go for it, and I think at this point like you kind of have to, Well,
no, listen, I think between Jake, everybody knows this. Jake is fantastic. Jake is just, Jake did a phenomenal job. He does great on his own, but he's helping him out. And then we're giving him a chance to sleep. And then, I was like, hey man, I'm home. And he's always been asking me, hey, come on, or, and even after they show like my, video, like the comedy and stuff, like, oh, come on and just like answer questions and have fun. So I started doing it the other day, and I'm just like, you know what? I have the time. I'm never gonna have this time again. I'm just not. When we get back to normal, I'm gonna be back at work and busy and everything else. So the fun thing is I have time to do this now, and and the timing's good because we can help out Lewis and hopefully get him. Get him to the record, and it'll be a cool thing. It'll be like, then that'll be it, man. He'll have the record, and you guys will always remember that. It'll be cool. But hey, man, listen, thanks for the call, and we'll talk to you soon, hopefully, buddy.
No problem.
Take care,
chat spam the moo how hows.
Be well, man.
Do that for the one time. All right. It was fun talking. Thanks, guys.
No, it was my pleasure. Thank you.